Hello, it's Cooking with Dee. Tonight I'm going to cook some mustard greens for you guys. Going to show you how to cook mustard greens and some barbecue chicken breast. I'm going to put them in the oven this time, the chicken breast. Let me put my headphones behind me. So, I'm not sure what size pot this is, but I have approximately 12 cups of cool water in this pot. This pot is for my greens. This is my deep pot. I don't know if you guys can see how big it is. It's my deep pot. Okay, so I've already taken time to rinse these off really good. These are my smoked neck bone pieces. Smoked neck bone pieces. And as always, I always have to have a disclaimer. I've already washed and set aside my hands. So I'm just going to drop these in the water like so. And with these, you want to cook these kind of, well, because I'm hungry tonight, I'm going to cook these kind of on high so they can go ahead and come up to seed. And while we're waiting for that to do that, we're going to go ahead and get our chicken breast. I like boneless, skinless chicken breast. Hardly ever do I barbecue um, whole chicken pieces. I'm more of a white meat chicken type chick. So I have those already rinsed and put in the bowl. And over here, and so I'm going to lay my chicken breast, boneless skin chicken breast in the pan. Let me get it back this way so y'all can see it better. There there you go. Lay those in the pan, and I have separate tongues from where I had my smoked neck bone. Okay? And tonight, instead of using my Cavender seasoning that I love so much, because I'm going to put barbecue sauce on these, I think I'm going to use my Himalayan pink salt. And I got this particular one from Sam's Club. It's the grinder one, but pink Himalayan salt. You can find this particular brand. It's a member's mark, so Sam's Club. But you can also find pink Himalayan salt at Food Line, of course. I'm just gonna put my salt on my chicken. This pink Himalayan salt leaves a really good flavor. I don't know the health benefits of it, but it's a really good flavor. And then I'm going to turn my chicken over. And I'm going to salt the back side of it like such. And I'm not going excessive with it because, like I said before, sorry guys, my pot is rickety for some reason, shaking. Okay. Um, I'm not getting excessive with my salt because, like I said before in previous videos, I don't do the overly seasoned stuff. I want to have it where it's not, and I'm putting black pepper. I want to have it where it tastes good but not be overly seasoned or under seasoned. So you just kind of got to know. This pot is bugging me. Okay, so maybe it's just going to tremble until I get more stuff in it. So I'm going to flip my chicken back over and I'm going to put black pepper on this side. And I have my oven already pre-cooked, preheated to 400. So I'm going to put black pepper on, just shake a little bit. So, show this to you guys. See that? I'm going to pop it in the oven for on 400 for probably about a good 25 minutes. set my timer, and the amount of time that you put your boneless skin chicken in the oven depends on the size of them. Those are pretty big size chicken breasts, boneless skin chicken breasts. So I want to make sure that I put enough time to them. And of course I'm going to check them to make sure they're done before I start salting them and all that. And tonight, you know, I wanted some potatoes the other night with my cabbage, and I didn't have time. I should have pre-cut them like I did this. But I have potatoes tonight to go in my greens. And these are just regular russet potatoes. I use russet potatoes for all my cooking. All the things that I cook, I use russet potatoes. For my potato salad, for cooking with my vegetables, even when I cook home fries. Russet potatoes to me are just the go-to potato. I don't know why I like it for everything, um, but particularly I love it for my potato salad because it makes my potato salad um, really creamy, not mushy, but kind of like it gives it a nice texture. I don't like potato salad that the potatoes taste hard, so that's why I like russet potatoes for my potato salad. And it's just easier just to stick with the same potato for everything. If it works for you, then there's nothing wrong with sticking with it. And as you see, our meat is coming up to speed with, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm OCD. This pot shaking is bugging me. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead. You would normally let your meat cook for about 10 to 15 minutes, let it come to a boil, about 10 to 15 minutes. And if you can remember from the other night, what do I like to add to my greens? Be it collards, cabbage, or mustard greens like we're cooking tonight. Bacon grease, that's my perfect seasoning grease for all my vegetables I cook. I don't think I use it on green beans, or do I? Maybe just a little bit. I just mainly use salt and pepper on my green beans. I'm kind of like a plain Jane when it comes down to stuff like this. So I have my bacon grease, and I'm gonna, because of the size of the pot, I'm gonna put probably about 2, 4 tablespoons. 4 tablespoons should be suffice for my mustard greens because of the amount that I have in the size of the pot. I'm just gonna put that spoon in the hot water to get all that grease in there. Throw that in the sink. And this will be my sauce of choice. This is usually my sauce of choice. Sweet Baby Ray's, not necessarily honey barbecue, but this Sweet Baby Ray's brand sauce, period, is my favorite sauce. Favorite. And I do have some regular Sweet Baby Ray's here. And so being that I have a little bit of this left, I'm going to see how far it goes because once it gets down this low in the bottle, I kind of like add a little hot water to it, shake it up to loosen it up a little bit. And that way it'll give it a nice coating to my chicken. I don't like my sauce to be really heavy, thick on my chicken. I like it to give it its seasoning, its taste, and just be done with it. It don't have to be heavily coated. So here go my bowl of mustard greens, already cleaned. And what I simply done with these, took them out of the pack, the bag that I bagged them in. Now just pop the ends off. That's all you do with your mustard greens. Well, that's all I do. I can't say I can tell everybody how to cook theirs, but this is the way I do it. And I don't claim by no means to be a professional cook, chef, or none of that. I just cook. So I just hope you enjoy the videos and the little tutorials on how I do things. If you'd like to know how to cook certain stuff that I cook, then maybe that'll be just a new way to do things as well. So I've already cleaned them, and I use to clean them. Once again, I use my handy vegetable cleaner, fruit and veggie cleaner. I just simply pop the stems off of these mustard greens. I sanitize my sink, rinse it, pop the stems off these mustard greens, spray them with my vegetable spray, put cool water in them, and I just kind of dip them down in and out of the water about 4 or 5 times. rinse them, spray my sink out, let the water run out, and then I did that again, the same process I did twice to clean my greens to get any dirt, grit, or anything else off of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and just, now that my meat is coming to a boil, my seasoning meat, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw these in on top. Yep, just gonna throw them in. And once they cook to a certain level, then I'll show you guys how when I would add my potatoes in. Because you want the potatoes to get done, but you don't want them to get mushy. And these guys have to cook for a little while, so you definitely don't want to overcook the potatoes while you're trying to cook your mustard greens. And so with my mustard greens, I immediately go ahead and put my salt and pepper. So just a regular salt. Oh, and we got our crushed red pepper that's gonna go in as well. I try to have everything out that I'm gonna use so you guys can be able to see it in the background as to what I'm using. So I have a big box of salt, and you can use sea salt for these as well. But I have the regular Morton iodized salt for these. Another food line purchase, of course. So I'm sprinkling for this particular one. I'm sprinkling probably about 2 tablespoons of salt. So these kind of like you have to really put enough salt because if not, they will taste really bland. And I'm putting black pepper. And this is gonna blow your mind, but my granny and my mom also told me this to take the, I don't know what word they use, so we just gonna say twang, bitterness, I guess, for lack of a better word, or trying to find the right word, out of your collard or mustard greens. If you're cooking collards too, it's the same thing. Out of the mustard greens, you take the twang out, you use a little bit of sugar. Yes, sugar. You're not even gonna taste it. You're not even gonna taste it. I promise you won't. So this is a new can of sugar. It's not even open. So sorry guys, it's not really perfect video for me. I'm just me. Just a down to earth person. I am who I am. And I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of sugar. Probably maybe a teaspoon, if that. If that. And that's all the sugar that goes in it. And they're already cooking. I wish y'all could smell it. Smell of this would be really, really good around about now. Especially for those that love greens like me. My grandma always telling me, she's like, Mommy, you need to eat some greens every day. Them your vitamins. That's where you get your iron. And I do. I must admit, I do feel better when I eat greens. I don't know. I just do. So I'm just stirring this. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's already done cooked down so much. Like you'll be amazed at how much these greens cook down. Y'all see that? That little bit that's in that pot look like it. All them greens go to the top. But of course when they cook down, then you really see you don't have as much as you thought. It always happens that way for some reason. So I can already tell I'm gonna need more water. And so with these, you add hot water. So what I'm gonna do, because I don't like for my um, greens and stuff, even with these, I don't want them crunchy or nothing. I want them to be nice and tender, but I don't like them to be like soggy, so to speak. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my potatoes. Now that these are really cooking good, I'm gonna throw in my potatoes. And I just cut my potatoes up and then half them. Just simply cut them in half. So when you add your potatoes in, what I like to do to make sure you get enough, just put a little bit more salt right on top of the potato, like so. A little bit more black pepper, like so. And now I like to add my crushed red pepper. Pop that open. Still not too much of the red pepper, so I think that's enough. Yeah. And so, of course, vinegar's gonna go on these. I like vinegar on my onions. Everything except for my green beans. But my cabbage, I like vinegar. My collards, I like vinegar. And my mustard greens, I like vinegar. Adding more water, hot water that is. And I'm gonna add enough just to cover up my potatoes, so that way everything can cook down. And once it cooks down again, that lets me know that they are done. Should be done once they finish cooking down again. So I added about 2 more cups of water. And once they cook down, like I said, that'll let me know that they're done. See that? They're getting there. Don't want to let go of the spoon. So, I'm going to cook, and I'm going to go poke some holes in my chicken real quick. Once I find my poker I had the other night. So, can't find my poker for some reason. So what I'm going to do, oh, and very important, because I had raw chicken with the other tongue, I just got out clean tongues out of the drawer. So I'm going to just use my knife and go poke some holes in the chicken. And what I will do, I will come back with video number 2 once the chicken get done and the salad greens get done, mustard greens get done, so I can show you guys the finished product. Oh, I will show you how I sauce the chicken. I will do that. But I will be back with the next video, part 2 of mustard greens and barbecue sauce.